Thanks so much for joining us for our exclusive open mic program. We got Jeff Hood with the National Weather Service of Little Rock. As severe weather approaches, our stations remind listeners that we rely exclusively on verified forecasts from the National Weather Service, not AI-generated weather models or unverified social media posts. Studies have found up to 70% of Facebook traffic is driven by AI activity rather than real human engagement, highlighting how easy this misinformation can spread online. When storms threaten, dependable human reviewed data matters. Stay tuned with your real-time updates from trusted meteorologists and your local forecasters here on ArkansasRadio.com radio stations. Now, let's get the latest from Jeff. Jeff, give us the latest. What's going on in the Arkansas weather right now?
Hey, Bob. Yeah, we're definitely anticipating a winter storm to impact much of Arkansas over the next few days, and we are expecting some significant weather impacts associated with the winter storm. For portions of north central and central Arkansas, we're expecting a primary precipitation type being snowfall, but as with a lot of winter storms across Arkansas, with this one, we are going to see a variety of different types of wintry precipitation. And generally speaking, northern Arkansas is most likely to see snow, with portions of central Arkansas, kind of a middle band across the state, expected to see primarily sleet. And then as you go across southern Arkansas, we anticipate the primary precipitation type being freezing rain during this event. But we are anticipating a fairly long duration period of winter weather with precipitation beginning across the area sometime this evening and tonight. It will begin spreading across southwest Arkansas during the afternoon hours, and then we'll continue lifting towards the northeast through the evening and overnight hours. So we'll be starting the clock on winter weather from this evening and tonight. It will be continuing through the day on Saturday and as well through Saturday night, and we're actually going to see precipitation continue at times on Sunday before this storm system gets out of the area Sunday evening. What we've got on deck as far as snowfall amounts, again with the highest amounts generally speaking along the Arkansas-Missouri border with 8 to 12 inches of snow expected there, with a small chance for some localized total between 12 to 16 inches at times in some of those locations. As we sink south, perhaps 1 to 2 rows of counties as we get down towards the Mountain View area, those snowfall totals start to lower a little bit, and we anticipate more in the 6 to 8 inch range. But again, there's a small chance we could see some snowfall totals higher than that. And then again, as we go a little bit farther south, down towards the Searcy area, those snowfall amounts slightly lower once again, generally in the 4 to 6 inch range, with a small chance for some locally higher totals as well. What may influence some of the snowfall totals across that southern portion of the northern third of the state might be if we see sleet start to mix in. So when we see sleet as the predominant precipitation type, it utilizes more water to produce just a lower depth type of wintry precipitation. So if we see more sleet than snow, that's going to cut back on the overall totals across those areas. And then just speaking of sleet, really that corridor across the middle of the state from between Fort Smith and Mena eastward toward Little Rock and Searcy and Brinkley and West Memphis, some of those snowfall totals that I mentioned will actually be made up of sleet accumulation, because in our world, snow is recorded, different types of wintry precipitation count as snow, and that includes snow, obviously, as well as sleet, because it is a type of frozen precipitation, whereas freezing rain is liquid until it freezes on contact with something at the surface. But again, that southern portion of the northern third of the state is kind of where the precipitation type uncertainty is the highest, where we could see a little bit more sleet mix in at times rather than snow. And then the freezing rain threat, as I mentioned earlier, is largely confined to southern Arkansas. But given the long duration time frame of this event, there's still a very low chance that we could see, at least intermittently, some very light freezing rain at times. And obviously nobody wants that across Arkansas, with vivid memories of ice storms past over the years. But hopefully that will stay to the south of the area. And then, just speaking for much of Arkansas, hopefully it will just avoid the state altogether. But with this winter storm coming in, we do anticipate at least all three types of primary wintry precipitation, with snow most likely across the north, sleet in the central band, and then freezing rain across southern Arkansas. Now, in addition to winter precipitation leading to major impacts, so that's going to cause significant issues with people trying to drive, and obviously if you don't have to get out, please don't. But in addition to the precipitation causing issues like that, we are anticipating a significantly cold air mass in place. So for the weekend and into Monday, it's highly possible that temperatures, daytime highs during the afternoon hours, may not get out of the teens. So on top of it being a dangerous winter storm in terms of precipitation, the cold will be almost as dangerous, if not more, as well. Overnight lows, when the sun goes down, we're going to see temperatures fall into the lower teens to single digits. And then on the backside of this, when all of the precipitation exits the area by Sunday night, we anticipate the cloud cover to exit as well. And we should see clear skies. And if we have a widespread snow and sleet pack in place, we are going to see temperatures crater Monday morning. And we could go below zero across much of the northern third of the state. So again, that's below zero temperatures across northern Arkansas Monday morning, which is some of the coldest air we've seen in about 5 years, going back to early 2021 when we had a significant winter storm. So I know people have been taking this seriously. Winter storm warnings, winter storm watches, and things like that have been out for days. Everybody's been talking about this, and collectively there's concern about it, and there should be. So if you have an opportunity, or if you haven't yet, make sure you're prepared. And if you plan on traveling this weekend, it's advised not to. The road conditions are going to be dangerous, and if you can avoid travel at all possible, please do so.
That's Jeff Hood with the National Weather Service Forecast Office in Little Rock, right here on ArkansasRadio.com radio stations. And you can share this information with all of your neighbors as we keep you updated on the weather every 20 minutes on all of our ArkansasRadio.com radio stations. This is Bob Connell. Thanks for joining us.